In the cult vampire series Forever Night, few characters were as mysterious, seductive, and unforgettable as Janette, the glamorous nightclub owner and centuries-old vampire who balanced danger and elegance like no one else. But while she was a major part of the show's first 2 seasons, by season 3, she was suddenly gone. So what happened to Janette? Janette's story begins long before she opened the Raven nightclub. In the season 2 episode A Face Worse Than Death, we finally get a glimpse into her human life and the tragedy that shaped her forever. As she reveals her human life and the situations regarding her turn to a woman who she believed could use a similar change in her life. Born in France centuries ago, Janette was a courtesan living under the shadow of power and survival. She was beautiful, intelligent, and resourceful, but trapped in a world where beauty could be both weapon and curse. Janette back then was a prostitute who was a victim of abuse from her pimp. It's here that she would first encounter LaCroix, the ancient vampire who would change her fate forever. Moved by her courage and perhaps her defiance, LaCroix turns her into a vampire, making her not only his creation, but in a sense his daughter. Now with fangs, LaCroix gave her the opportunity to seek revenge and feed on the man who tortured her so many times, with her vowing to never let another woman deal with that again. The Raven then became a safe haven for streetwalkers. Janette's relationship with both LaCroix and Nick Knight, her brother in blood, becomes one of the emotional cores of the series. She's the bridge between their worlds, still reveling in her vampiric nature while Nick tries to deny his. By the end of season 2, Janette remained a key figure, a confidant, a temptation, and a mirror for Nick's inner conflict. Then, she was gone. When Forever Night returned for its third and final season, fans immediately noticed something missing, or rather, someone. No Janette. No Raven nightclub, no explanation. Behind the scenes, actress Deborah Duchêne had quietly left the series. Reports suggest it was a mix of creative direction changes and her own decision to step away from acting at the time. But for viewers, it felt like a sudden hole in the show's world, as if the soul of the vampire nightlife in Forever Night had vanished overnight. Instead of Janette, the show introduced a replacement female vampire named Urs, who had a similar background and backstory, with the only difference being Urs is a tortured soul that would have preferred dying over becoming a vampire, over Janette seeing it as empowering. It wasn't until later in season 3 that fans got closure. In the episode The Human Factor, all of a sudden Janette suddenly appears again. In the episode, a man is killed while at a cheap hotel hooking up with a one-night stand, and when the woman is questioned by the police about the assailant, the person she fingers looked exactly like Janette. From there, through flashbacks, we see that she gave LaCroix the Raven nightclub before leaving town, claiming to need to leave to remove any doubt about what she is, and getting away from LaCroix was how she planned to do it. And while she was away, she fell in love with the human firefighter and helped raise his kid together. The murder victim was responsible for killing her love, and she did the murder out of revenge. But most importantly, she was somehow no longer a vampire. With a very vague explanation of how, other than sex feeding the guy brought her back to life. Unfortunately, and somewhat poetically, Janette is eventually killed by some mobsters as she chooses to die a human in the fire the mobsters left to cover the murder, over allowing Nick to return her into a vampire. At least that's what it seems to have happened. The episode ends with Nick being shown a victim of a vampire, implying she may still be around and back to her vampiric ways. It's a bittersweet end, noble, tragic, and fitting for a character who always walked the line between humanity and immortality. Even in death, Janette remained what she'd always been, compassionate yet dangerous, loyal yet independent, and forever caught between love and survival. Janette's absence left a noticeable void in Forever Night. Without her, Nick's struggle with his vampiric nature felt lonelier, missing the warmth, the temptation, and the humor she brought. Though her time on the show ended abruptly, her influence lingered. Janette wasn't just another TV vampire. She was a fully realized character with layers of morality, style, and sorrow. And while Forever Night may have faded into cult status, Janette remains one of television's most underrated vampire icons. A reminder that even in a world of darkness, elegance and empathy can still shine through. Thanks for watching. If you like these recaps, please leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to know every time I update. There is now an option to be a channel member where you'll get access to exclusive recaps from late night vampire catalogs like Showtime, Cinemax After Dark, USA Up All Night, and much more. If you want to help my channel grow, please check out my Patreon, where members can get exclusive content that can't be uploaded on YouTube, along with download options. Link is in the description.